patiently waiting. Oh, I think I'm fading. Is anybody out there a doctor? Somebody save me. Oh, I'm going crazy when every little thing is about her. Does she love me or does she love me not? Every day's he pulled apart. Does she love me or does she love me not? I sold my soul for the power. Here we go one more time. For the people in the back. One more cry for the night. Someone's trying to make it last. Here is my heart now decide to cut it aside on a dotted line. Here we go one more time. For the people in the back. One more cry for the night. Someone's trying to make it last. Here is my heart now decide to cut it aside on a dotted line. I'm slowly breaking and oh, my body's shaking. Can someone drive a hearse out of the line? Somebody save me and oh, I'm pleading, baby. But you're out of my league, I'm a mascot. Does she love me or does she love me not? Every day's he pulled apart. Does she love me or does she love me not? I sold my soul for the power. Here we go one more time. For the people in the back. One more cry for the night. Someone's trying to make it last. Here is my heart now decide to cut it aside on a dotted line. Here we go one more time. For the people in the back. One more cry for the night. Someone's trying to make it last. Here is my heart now decide to cut it aside on a dotted line. You're my favorite, fatal attraction. So kiss me slowly and close the casket.
Left me in this mess, I'm falling. Heaven knows. Can't find a reason why. Couldn't get any closer. Can't find a reason why. Couldn't get any closer. Can't find a reason why. We couldn't get any closer. We couldn't get any closer. We couldn't get any closer.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Nemesis Gaming League, where the grind continues. Welcome to day one of Season 8 playoffs. That's right, we are finally getting into the funk, if you will. Your boy Psychonautic in the booth, ready to spearhead this action with you. And I am joined by Sir Clutch himself, Crippest of the Spartans, and our stream lead. How you doing tonight, bud?
I'm doing fantastic, Psycho. Really excited to get into these matchups. First round, always a fun time.
First round, fun time. Indeed, I couldn't agree more. And you know, we are going to start things off with a bang here, ladies and gentlemen. So I hope you're getting locked into your seats with your drinks and with your snacks, because we're starting in the Titan League. Actually, our first two matches tonight are in the Titan League, but we're going to start things off with Pinnacle going up against Vanguard. Pinnacle sitting in the, I believe, number 4 seed, if I'm remembering that correctly. And Vanguard sitting at the number 7 seed. And I'm sorry, Pinnacle is sitting at the number 2 seed. Vanguard sitting at the number 7 seed. So Vanguard a clear underdog in this match, Crip. But as the Titan here in the booth, give me a little bit of info on these guys.
Well, I love to see Mad Max play, and I can say I think I can say this for about everyone in the Twitch chat. Mad Max is a staple of Nemesis. He is one of my favorite players to watch. He will go for clips in the grand finals of RLCS if he could. If he gets up to that. He is very fun to play against, very fun to play with, very fun to watch. But he does have a couple teammates. We have Denzi and Anti. Anti is European, actually.
Oh,
So when they play early, they're playing late for him. So it's 11 for him at the earliest. But Denzi is 1800 on the sheets. Definitely a player to be reckoned with, and this Pinnacle roster coming in as the number 2 seed is definitely proving that.
yeah, I would agree. And I just got a word from the Rocker Man himself. Miles has shown up to the booth here. Miles running a little bit late, but I think I think we should let Miles step in here so you can focus on your stream and you don't got to worry about all of this stuff since Miles is here now. How you doing tonight, bud?
I apologize for being late, but I am doing all right. Just a little bit.
Maybe Miles is not with us, but he's actually is here. Oh, are you with us, Miles?
Yes, I am here. I am.
All right, here we go. Here we go. How you doing tonight, my man?
I'm doing fine. Running a little late. Just got done cooking for the fam, but I'm ready to watch some Rocket League. I'm ready to just see some action.
I certainly hear that, my good sir. We do actually, you're technically late, but so is the other team. Vanguard has yet to show up as well. So we got a little bit of time to kill here, Crip. I want to thank you again for being available to fill this seat if we needed to. That's a big W from my man's Crippus there. So shout outs to him in the chat for all the work he puts in. But Miles, we were just talking a little bit here about Mad Max's buff with Pinnacle here, the number 2 seed, and Mad Max being, arguably one of the better Titans in the league. How do you feel about that?
It's being one of the best in the league, probably top 3 in my opinion. I agree with that. If for many cases, I must say, but it's all been about how whoever his teammates are, how can they play with them? How can they be able to help him out? And that's what his teammates Denzi and Anti have been able to do all season. They've been able to help form like shots for him, be able to just give him all the space that he needs to work. And he's just become such a great player with such a good team to back him up.
Well, that's really good to hear. And then on the other side of things, Vanguard's got a pretty interesting roster, if I do say so myself. Also a staple here in the Nemesis League. Spearheading that roster is Deluxe. Been around for a long time in Nemesis, made a lot of money moves, if you will. But then he's followed by Caden, also longtime Nemesis player, Tomer as well. And then they round that roster off with T-Man. So that's a roster of people who have put in a lot of time here in Nemesis. They really made a name for themselves. And they don't seem to be having the best of runs, but I know they've gone through a lot of roster changes, especially like right before all the deadlines hit, Miles.
They've absolutely come a long way, coming from just all being such like longtime players in this league. And frankly, this is the first time for me. This is the first time going against any of them in Titan, and they are absolute powerhouses to go against. So I feel like watching this series is gonna be a tough game for both sides for many reasons.
Yeah, it's probably true. If we even get a game, to be honest, Vanguard still haven't shown up to the pitch yet. They got, I believe, technically 3 minutes before Pinnacle can just call the forfeit win over them, unless Pinnacle decides they want to give a little bit of extra time to try and let but I see some people joining up as I speak. That's Chara. That's you that joined. Never mind. Wrong Titan. But yeah, hopefully they're able to get here to the game. Hopefully we can have a game, Miles, because it would be really, really not a great way to start off the playoffs here with a forfeit in the Titan League. But hey, it would be an easy win for Pinnacle to allow them to move forward in the bracket. And speaking of the brackets, I don't know if we have a graphic to put up for everybody, but if not, I can just sort of give a little rundown. Due to scheduling things and having so many different schedules you have to get around, we're not necessarily able to do it just match 1, 2, 3, 4, so on and so forth. But so the Pinnacle versus Vanguard is actually match 4 in the bracket, and they'll go on. The winner will go on to the semifinal, who will go up against the winner or loser of, the winner of match 3, which is between the not D Phoenix and the Dragons. So it's going to be somebody from that bracket facing off against the winner here tonight. And then in match number 1, up at the top, you have Godfathers versus Venganza, Godfathers being the number 1 seed. And then in match 2, you have Inferno versus my boys, the Krakens. Miles, did you happen to do a bracket for Titan League?
I honestly never had the chance to do so, but I do have in mind who I would think how this would probably go. I have an idea of what I think.
Of the Pinnacle Vanguard?
Oh, Pinnacle Vanguard. I have honestly at a Pinnacle Vanguard, I'd probably say Pinnacle. Pinnacle to me are just they're a strong team. Whether it's off of counterattacks or even just beginning or even just trying to form some type of attack. They're strong with it. They know how to work together as a team to make it happen. Whether if that's just eliminating someone who's like challenging them from defense or just being absolute menaces in the backfield, they're able to create a lot of stuff together. And believe me, this is coming from me losing to them like two times, like probably 2 or 3 times in a row.
Oof. Yeah, that's a tough one, but that's probably a great take, to be honest. And I mean, going beyond that, you being a player on Phoenix and having a playoff run yourself, you're looking forward to. Do you think that Phoenix is able to go all the way with it, or do you think that there's going to be one of these teams that is going to be a really tough opponent for you
the,
guys?
the toughest opponents out of this entire run, I know in the top half of the bracket, for me, I have Arrow and Godfathers going all the way to the finals. Bottom, I say it's going to be between us and Pinnacle. I know we're probably going to run into each other again. Hopefully, we will. I want payback, but if it doesn't happen, I probably got Pinnacle going all the way. But who knows? Who knows what happens in Rocket League? We just got to see it, I guess.
That's true, and I mean, the seeding does imply that it's going to be the grand finals is going to be looking at Godfathers versus Pinnacle, the number 1 and the two seeds. But we also know, especially here in Nemesis, that it doesn't always go that way. Sometimes those 8 seeds come out of nowhere and just come from behind, grab the whole bracket, shake it around, and do what they do. But we'll definitely have to see. Hopefully, starting with tonight, but I mean, Vanguard is technically past their 10-minute mark. Pinnacle at this point can really throw down the forfeit win anytime that they choose. So I'm not sure how much time they're going to be willing to give this Vanguard roster to show up, and I'm not even sure. I haven't even looked at the Discord, Miles, to see if Vanguard is even here. I'm sure Glaze is probably like, what is going on right now? It doesn't look like Vanguard's even in their voice chat, so not really looking good at the moment.
Not at all. Not at all for them. I was really hoping to see this matchup too, because I mean, as we saw from what happened the other night with Vanguard versus, was it? No, no, it wasn't. It was my fault. I'm mistaken the teams, or did I? I think the
Which
other night was. I think the other night was. Was it Venganza versus Nebula or Vanguard? I think it was Venganza.
last week's matches?
Yes.
Yeah, so Venganza went up against Nebula on Saturday night,
Okay.
and
That
Venganza
was
was able to pull off the 3-2 win over him.
okay. I thought that was Vanguard. I thought that was Vanguard. I forgot. That's
Yeah,
that's
no,
all it is for me.
yeah. So Vanguard actually got the forfeit win against Venganza in the match 1 of the play-in tournament, and so that secured their spot against Pinnacle here tonight. But it was Venganza able to get the win over Nebula last Saturday night that actually put them up against the Godfathers.
Yeah. I don't know how did I forget about that, but oh well. Sometimes my memory hits me.
I definitely understand that, and I'm trying to look at. Looks like they confirmed they're given till the 15-minute mark, and then after that, Pinnacle is going to go ahead and call the win. And that's how the cookie crumbles. And I was looking in the aeronautics and Discord, and it looks like they're still not in there. So I saw their GM trying to ping them and get them to join up, but it's not looking like they're going to join up. So that's not fantastic. It's kind of, honestly, Miles, it's a little bit strange to me. I would be interested to figure out what happened with that, to think that, like, you went through the play-ins the way you did and got into the playoffs, and then you just don't even show up for the last match.
Just dip. I honestly don't know. Maybe they got work. Maybe out of town stuff. Who knows?
That's true. That's true. Everybody that plays here does play as a volunteer. Nobody's getting paid to be here. We're all just here to have a good time. So obviously, life is going to take precedence over a video game. So, things like this happen. It's not the first time it's happened in Nemesis. Probably won't be the last time. It's just sort of the nature of things. But it is quite unfortunate, because we would love to be giving you beautiful people some awesome Rocket League content right now. And unfortunately, it looks like it's not going to happen. We've got about 30 or so seconds until the 15 mark hits, and then Pinnacle's going to call the win. But do appreciate everybody showing up, and we do still got a bunch more bangers on the way. This is by no means the end of the night tonight, and we may even try and contact the next two teams and see if we can start a little bit earlier. Sometimes the teams can't start earlier because they set on the time, and so that's just what it is. That's where they end up got to be playing. If that's the case, then we will definitely be back at 7 p.m. Eastern with Phoenix versus Dragons. Miles is going to be there. He's going to be on the pitch and playing. And then after that, at 8 o'clock p.m. EST, we have the Provisional League Fallen Angels versus the Raiders. At 9 p.m., we have in the Novice League the Kiwis versus Genesis. I'm sorry, I should probably be saying these seeds for you. Phoenix is the 3rd seed. Dragons is the 6th seed. And Provisional Fallen Angels is the 4th seed. Raiders is the 5th seed. At 9 p.m. tonight in the Novice League, we have the Kiwis, number 2 seed, going up against Genesis, number 7 seed. At 10 p.m. in the Prospect League, we have Melons, number 2 seed, going up against Hypernova, number 7. And then finally, we will round off the night at 11 p.m. EST. And I know it's late, but some of you guys just love the Nemesis League as much as I do. But anyways, at 11 p.m., Novice League, we got the number 1 Wisps going up against number 8 Aurora. And so I think it's going to be a banger night. Saturday night was a really good night. Last week really was really good. The content we've had for playing so far has been spectacular.
Indeed. So many upsets, so many reverse sweeps, so many comebacks. But it was fun last week. Let's just say that for sure.
It really was. I agree. It was fun, but now it's time to get serious. And yeah, it looks like we're at the 16-minute mark here. So I believe, everybody's Pinnacle went ahead and called the win there. So congratulations to them on the free win to move into the semifinals of the bracket. I'm sure they're probably not super stoked about it, but hey, it is what it is. Miles, thanks for joining me here, even though we didn't really get to do much, but it was good to talk to you, and good luck on your upcoming match. Hopefully it's everything goes in your favor tonight.
Yeah, I really hope so. But thank you. Much appreciated.
Most definitely. And ladies and gentlemen, we are going to unfortunately take a much longer break than we would like to have to take here. But pay attention to your pings and stuff. If we are able to get these next two teams maybe loaded up onto the pitch a little bit earlier than they had originally thought, then maybe we can come back live much sooner than 7 p.m. But In worst case scenario, we will be back at 7 p.m. for more Titan League action. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you soon.